All right. We will be going live in five, four, three, two, one. We're live.
Good morning, Owasso. This is the Twins with Owasso Live, and this is the Morning Loop. We are back after a long 2 weeks away out in the field for our Phase 3 of OCS. It was long. I think we both lost somewhere between 20 to 30 pounds out in the field. A lot of eating, lots of staying up late, pulling fire guard or watch duty on the line. Whew, it's just good to be home and good to be back. Phase 3. It was fun. Got treated like adults more than we have the entire time we've been in officer candidate school. But yeah, it was not too bad. Other than the horrible food, the MREs every single day, and just being out in the field for 10 days straight. So, but yeah, not too bad. Anybody who's been to Ranger School would be like, quit complaining, quit whining. But yeah, it was a long 2 weeks, and but it's good to be home, good to be back. We did pass, so we are technically commissioned officers now, but we have not yet received our commission from the state of Oklahoma. That will take place in October. So good to be back, good to be home. We are just trying to get caught back up on the news. So that's what today is. It's less of a informative day and more of us playing catch up. So you guys will kind of see where we're at and what the things that we missed. And I'm sure we're not even close to catching up on all the stuff that we missed, but we'll just kind of go up and get the big key points of what we missed. So first things first, traffic conditions going into Tulsa are pretty fair right now. Not a real congestion. No real congestion going into Tulsa right now. So if you haven't left yet or you're commuting in, it's looking like it's not going to be too bad right now. As far as weather goes, it is currently 78 degrees. It's already really warm out, and it looks like you're going to have a high of 100 degrees today, so be prepared. It's going to be hot. So make sure you have a water source with you, staying hydrated if you're working outside. If not, enjoy that cool AC, working your job or working from home. So with that being said, anything going on locally that we need to talk about, Chad, or is it just pretty standard?
Well, we've got a few things. There's not a lot going on this week, thank goodness. Not too heavy of a of a week for us. But we've got on the Owasso Isms page the Artisans Farmers Market on August 10th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then softball for London, and I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's at 7 p.m. at the Owasso Sports Park. Let me click on it and see what details there are exactly about it. Said, come support and donate and continue the fight for one of our local heroes' sons. We hope. Well, all when hope was nearly lost, the outlook was bleak. 9-year-old London never quit, and neither will we. So I assume he must have fundraiser for recovering a recent severe medical emergency. It doesn't exactly say what it is, but like I said, so it's clearly a fundraiser for a local boy. So that's always a good thing in my opinion.
Cool.
But that's really all that's going on Owassoisms for this week anyway. On the chamber, we only have Stag and Swagger, which is a sports, which is like the coaches of Owasso at the Bailey Ranch. What's it called? Bailey Ranch Clubhouse. And it's just a networking event for people, and you can have cigars and bourbon.
Wow.
So sounds good. Sounds like a fun time. And that is on August 6th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And that's all there is this week on all my event calendars. So
everybody's busy getting ready for school, I suppose.
Exactly. So that's really it. I'll turn it back over to you for, kind of national news.
Okay, so I guess we learned while we were out that Joe Biden has officially dropped out of the race, and now Kamala is the front runner for the Democratic Party. I'm kind of surprised by that. I figured they'd try to bring in somebody else, like Michelle Obama, or I don't know, maybe Hillary again, or Gavin Newsom seemed to be who they were kind of prepping. But I guess they're going to hold. I guess they know this is probably a lost cause as far as running a Democratic candidate right now because of Trump's still riding high off of the assassination attempt. So I don't know. I guess that they know it's a loss, so they're just going to run with Kamala so they can be like, oh, people didn't vote for Kamala because America's racist. That's what I think. So they'll just be able to throw that card out there and just keep playing the race card until they beat that horse to death. And I think the race card's already been played out. I think the horse has been beaten to death. I mean, racism does not mean you can accuse somebody of being racist now, and I mean, it doesn't mean a thing. It doesn't mean a thing because they have played that card so much, so heavy-handedly, and called people racist for the dumbest of things. So, I mean, yeah, it's just you're a racist if you don't vote for Kamala. It's like, okay, it doesn't have anything to do with her policies, her character, her track record on being a bad prosecutor from L.A. or I guess California.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. So it's played out. It's dumb. It's boring. It's dumb. It's over. So Biden's out. We all knew that. I mean, if you were on the conservative side, you knew Biden was gone for a long time.
Yeah, it was only seemed to be a shock to
the Democratic
Democrats.
Party.
Yeah.
So that's sad, but that's what's going to happen. I mean, I don't foresee, but that's not. Let's not pretend that they're not pulling out all the stops.
Yeah. Well, and here's another thing too: is like no one voted for her. They're just the Democrats literally just gave her the position. This is like another which if you believe in the Bernie was stolen the election from the 2016 one, this is literally Democrats. The people did not vote for this. This is Democratic committee deciding, hey, this is who it is.
This is how it's going to work.
This is how it's going to work.
Yeah.
And so you're not voting. Like I said, literally, the Democratic convention or the people who are Democrats did not vote for this.
Yeah.
So it's very strange. Like I said, for a party that says that they're Democratic and they do everything democratically, they sure as heck have a habit of doing things kind of more of on an oligarch scale, like we, the elites, will decide who you plebs will vote for.
Yes, you don't get a say in who you vote for. We will decide for you because you're not smart enough to decide.
Yeah, I mean, if we look back at it, I mean, that's literally how, I mean, Trump is literally the people's choice in the Republicans Party, whereas, because the establishment did not want him. The establishment only tolerated him after he had won the delegates and won, the popularity contest in the Republican Party, whereas the Democratic wise did not seem to be that way.
Yeah.
So
as far as that goes, you didn't get to vote for Kamala. You're just stuck with Kamala if you're a Democrat. What's neat about this is, though, too, is that, all the social media outlets are pulling out the stops for Kamala. The other day, Elon Musk retweeted this chick that I follow. I think it's called Non-Lib Take. Her is what her Instagram profile is. But he retweeted her, and she said, I'm just typing in Donald Trump. And every time she typed in Donald Trump, it'd pull up Kamala Harris. That is Google doing that.
Yep.
Again, we've told you about Google before. Like Google 60 or 70% of what you Google is going to give you a left-wing source.
Yep.
I mean, that's profound. That can, like, if it was 50-50, maybe it might be even, but I mean, like, even 60-40 is bad, but now it's closer to 70-30. And the vast majority of what you put, like, you type in Donald Trump, I want to learn about Donald Trump. Now, they have fixed it since then, but guess what? It was like that for a couple of days. And Elon Musk retweeted her quote, or her tweet, or her X post, whatever you call it now. He reposted it and said, this is terrifying. So that's a thing. And then guess what? You were talking about this the other. Actually, I have a video inside. You want to pull up the messenger real quick?
Yeah, give me one.
I actually sent it's the second video, and it's actually from Non-Lib Take. It's from her, and she's just typing in something into Google. And I think you were talking about this earlier today too, but
yes,
they fixed it now. But this was a real thing a couple of days ago.
Let me pull it up, and I will scroll over here.
Yes. But it's terrifying the power that these social media companies have. It's terrifying the power that Google has. Like I said, again, Google it did not used to be a thing. Now you Google it, and you pull up Google, and the top hits will be left-wing news sources, and it's like, oh, fact check. It's like, hey, well, I Googled it, so you know it's right. It's like, no, Google is manipulating you. Google is manipulating you through their search engine. They're going, yeah, no, if you Google us, you're going to get the proper take. You're going to get the right sources.
Is there music with this, or do I need
I don't know. I don't think there is, actually.
This video has no sound. Okay, perfect. Yeah, but as you can see here, she's typing in assassination attempt on Donald, and it stops. Like, it stops giving recommendations. And as you can see, it says assassination attempt on, it says Truman, and it says assassination attempt on president. It does not say the most relevant thing in the world, which would have been assassination attempt of Donald Trump.
Yeah. I mean, that's terrifying that you have horrible people inside Google keeping people from finding out information. Folks, if you are left-leaning and you are on the Democratic Party, that should scare you too. Just because you're on the same team as these people who are trying to censor information on Google doesn't mean it's good for you, doesn't mean it's good for America, doesn't mean it's good for anyone. One day, somebody who you might not like might get in charge of that algorithm search or might be involved in that company that you don't want to be involved in that company. And guess what? You will not like what happens when they start censoring information for your side. But right now, you guys are like, oh, it's fine. This is perfect. We want this. Because it's all fake anyway. Donald Trump wasn't actually assassinated. It was all set up by Trump and his evil organization. It's like, get out of here. I mean, if you know anything about sharpshooting, like, I wouldn't trust the best shot in the world to take a shot at my head being downrange. Too big of a risk. The wind can become a factor there. So, and that wasn't even that far of a shot. I don't know, folks. It's be wary of Google. Be wary of the information you're searching. Try to use different search engines. But again, most of the search engines companies, they're all out there in, California anyway, so they're all going to have a big left-wing bias anyhow. So, yeah, it's terrifying. It's terrifying. But, I mean, at least people like Elon Musk and this non-lib take girl on Instagram are exposing this kind of stuff. But is it going to be enough? Because they're only preaching to an audience like you and I. They're only preaching, like, I'm showing it to you. I don't know what the people who watch this political opinions are, but is it going to be enough? I mean, but again, one person going against the grain it's a big deal. And that's why we do this. That's why we're trying to inform the local population here about what's going on in the world, about the things that are happening. So, yeah. But yeah, that's us getting caught back up on the news. I'm sure we'll learn a whole lot more. I think tomorrow we might do a review. We went and saw Deadpool and Wolverine last night, and it was a good time. So we might do a review on that tomorrow. But I think we got one more video we're going to end out on with. So
there's also one other thing that we could talk about, which I know we don't got a lot of time left. But there's the debate that Donald Trump has.
Oh yeah, you know more about this than I do.
Exactly.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is interesting. Is Donald Trump challenged Kamala Harris to a debate? He said he'll only do it on Fox News. So, like, I think it said September 4th is when the debate's supposed to be called for. Mm-hmm. And it's very strange because they're saying that Kamala Harris doesn't want to do it on Fox. So they're saying that Trump is running away from debating. Of course, the left and the liberal media are saying that Trump doesn't want to debate Kamala, but he actively gave her the challenge, and she's turning it down. So, because she doesn't want to do it on Fox News, because Fox News is not exactly friendly to Democrats. But I mean, you can't really have that argument because when Biden got his CNN debate, Trump had to agree to all the arrangements that CNN had. So the argument doesn't hold a lot of water. If you're going to say that, oh, well, he has to listen to all the rules that CNN has, but Kamala Harris doesn't have to listen to all the rules set by Donald Trump and the Fox News contributors. Just like, okay, that's not too fair. So, of course, that's what I keep telling everyone. The liberal media is saying Trump's running away from Kamala Harris, whereas, of course, the Republicans and the right-leaning people are like, Kamala Harris is running away from Donald Trump. And at this point, I just have to be more along the lines I have to agree with the Republicans. If the CNN has a set rules and stuff established for Trump when he comes on, the Democrats can't cry and whine about it when Fox does the same thing to Kamala Harris in this case.
Absolutely.
But that's really about all we have on that. And now we can go back to your little bit funny video over here.
We'll end it on this little funny video someone put together on Instagram. So we'll check this out, and then we will close out.
Black You're black.
Jesus, just stop, Ron.
I'm terribly sorry. I don't know why I can't stop saying black. The word black. Black.
Stop.
Black.
Stop saying
Black. If I don't say it, I'll pass out. Black. You're black.
Why don't you
stop.
mute it and read what it says real quick?
All right, it says liberals explaining why you should vote for Kamala Harris.
Yep. That kind of feeds back into she's the diversity hire. You know, she trashed Joe Biden on stage, and they said, well, let's bring her in because it'll look like Joe can work with his enemies if he does that. And I mean, that's smart strategy, but I guess it paid off for him, but we'll see if it pays off for Kamala. Because like I said, she was a very dislikable candidate. She didn't get a single delegate voted for her back in
Not even
2016.
her own delegate in California.
Yeah. So back in 2020, she didn't get a single vote. So there you go. That's about all we got for you today. I just want to end on a funny note. And like I said, it's good to be back. So we appreciate you guys watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Spread the word. Sorry we were gone for so long. But like I said, the Army gets what it wants. And we had to go out there and complete training and finish off our candidate school. So that's all we've got for you today. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.
See you later, everybody.